We've been talking a lot about probiotics here on the show the last couple of weeks because we know they can make a difference in our gut health. But how do you choose the right one?
Here is registered dietitian Andrea Hardy, who joins us from Calgary this morning to show us how. Andrea, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you as always. And just to start, you say that we need to ask ourselves a very important question. And the question is just one word: why?
Right. So when it comes to probiotics, I always say knowledge is power. And I want to make sure that people are picking the right probiotic for them. And so that's where that question, why, really comes in. I think it's important to know that not all probiotics off the shelf have benefits for all conditions. They're actually specific. So one probiotic typically benefits one particular concern. So one probiotic might work for travelers' diarrhea, whereas another might help with women's health, whereas one, like Align Digestive Support, has evidence for helping things like abdominal discomfort, bloating, and gas associated with irritable bowel syndrome. And so when it comes to that why, we really want to understand how individual probiotics can help our symptoms, and asking the pharmacist or your dietitian can definitely help you pick that right one.
Okay, and Andrea, also just the marketing alone can be so confusing, and the labels, as you mentioned, just add to all the confusion.
Right. It is actually quite confusing, which is why I always say, check with your doctor, dietitian, pharmacist. But there are actually some things you can look for when shopping for the right probiotic for you. So one of the biggest things is not all probiotics on the shelves are created equal. And so when picking a probiotic, people always ask, should I do refrigerated? What about the ones on the shelf? So what's actually most important is that the probiotic is guaranteed to have the right amount of bacteria through shelf life. So for example, with Align, it's actually freeze dried, so it is shelf stable, and they do guarantee that the right amount of probiotic is in the product through shelf life. So looking for something like that on the label can help you to make sure that you're actually getting the probiotics that are actually alive and are going to provide a benefit for you.
All right, so what exactly, Andrea, then should we be looking for when it comes to the label?
Yes, so there's a few other things you can kind of check for. So one of the big ones actually is when it comes to a probiotic, we can't actually know if it has benefits if we don't know the strain or the amount of bacteria in the product. So I always recommend that people pick up the box and take a look. So when it comes to the strain, it's typically a long word. Sometimes it has numbers. For example, in this product, it's Bifidobacterium longum, subspecies longum 35624. So it's usually something quite long like that that actually defines the strain. If you're unsure, the pharmacist can help you to determine what's in the product, but a lot of times products actually don't list the strain. So if we don't know what's in the product, we can't tell what sort of benefit it might have for you. The other thing to look for is the amount. So a lot of times products actually don't disclose the amount of microbes in the product. And so then we can't really compare to how beneficial it is. Does it actually match what's in the research? And so you want to make sure that it actually has the right amount of microbes in it, and that it discloses that. So for example, this product has 10 million live microbes that are guaranteed through shelf life, and that actually matches the research. So that can be really helpful as well. So again, checking with your pharmacist in the store can also help you to better understand those labels.
All right, some important information. Thank you, Andrea. And remember, it is not too late to join the Healthy Gut team here on TMS. At home, you can join in by visiting alignprobiotics.ca, where you can find a special high-value coupon to try Align Probiotics for themselves. Andrea, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by Align. Learn more about improving gut health at alignprobiotics.ca.